Well, good morning. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm here with Libby today, our Chief Performance and Retention Officer. How are you?
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. I'm doing well.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's been quite the kickoff to the new year. I know that you've been quite busy engaging with our clients, and it'd be great to hear a little bit of feedback on how that's gone for you in your new role.
Yeah, my new role, a big push that I've had is talking to our current clients, what inventory that we do have, making sure that they're happy and satisfied with our services, getting really great feedback from everyone on things that they enjoy, things that they really like and see a value service that we provide to them, but also some really great feedback on some points that they don't feel are as valuable.
Yeah, so like areas of improvement, things that we can kind of hone in on throughout the course of the year.
Yeah,
and we've got a couple of those already, and I think that's what we really wanted to get on here and do a different announcement format. So instead of a big long email, I think we got a couple exciting things to share with our clients today. So
yeah, I
guess we'll jump right into it.
So a couple of points of contention have been our PMIs, preventative maintenance inspections. They feel very nickel and dimey, have been comments that I've heard, money grabby, which was certainly not our intent at all. It was to, maintain their properties and make sure we have eyes on site, making sure residents are keeping apartments clean and orderly condition, and making sure things like, actual preventative things, furnace filters, gutter cleanings, things like that get looked at and addressed. But, some investors just aren't seeing value add to that service for a number of reasons. Another one is our lease renewal fee. We just haven't been, I don't know if I should say we haven't been doing it correctly, or it just hasn't been
as efficient as I think we had hoped.
Yeah. It's been really spotty. We kind of rolled it out with the best of intentions, hoping that it would create, some revenue and, some process-driven services that could have been really valuable, but it just wasn't tied up enough. So we're really trying to bundle those two things together to make a more value-added service.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've talked a lot with the whole team, and you and I especially, about how do you bring value in exchange for the cost? How do you bring value to the owner and focus on, increasing their revenue as well? So it's kind of cool that we've come up with this, four-pronged approach to value add. Do you want to talk a little bit about those four different value add items?
Yeah. So we're going into our lease renewal inspection process. So not eliminating PMIs, but making them work differently, because they are a value-added service and they are really important to make sure that these investment properties are being maintained. But doing them a little differently to make sure that the client feels that they are getting a service, a good service for their money. So we've started out by, a lease renewal is approaching, or at least is coming to expire soon. 120 days out, we're scheduling that lease renewal inspection. So our project manager is going out, doing the inspection that they are accustomed to, the normal process, but making sure that the residents are, keeping the apartments clean, orderly. How well the residents cooperating is a big thing. Are they punctual? Are they letting us in? Just overall, are they a welcoming force that is allowing us into this property?
Cleanliness, respect for the property. Yeah.
So then, we gather all that information from the project manager. They bring it over to their property manager, who then looks at how well have they paid? Are they on time? How many late payments have they had? Do they owe anything? How many lease violations have they had? Noise complaints, smoking complaints, things like that in the property. So bundling that all up and then rolling out a resident report card to our clients so that they can see what we've gathered from this property, from the inspection.
So a more like data-driven focus on how's the relationship been between the tenant and Towne, how could that impact the client in the future, which is something, honestly, we've never done.
Yeah.
We know who our good apples and our bad apples are, but I think coming at it with this very refined focus is going to be really good for the owner too.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to really like it. We're pinging your properties first to make sure that
I'm the guinea pig.
to
I'm the
make
test
sure
case.
that everything's buttoned up before we iron it out to our clients. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how it goes. We're starting immediately. So
Yeah.
inspections on your properties are happening today and tomorrow.
Yeah. And also there's a whole component, I think, with the comparable analysis too.
Yes,
So
yes,
doing
thanks
comps
for-
on rental rates and prepping for that lease renewal.
Yeah, absolutely. I left that out, so thank you. Doing CMAs to make sure that the property's at market value. So with the lease renewals going to be a rent increase, to make sure that the property's at market value, to make sure that our property owners are getting the best rent that they can.
Yeah, focusing on market rates and the area, and obviously prices are going up, costs are going up for owners, costs are going up for service businesses, and at the end of the day, I think we have such a good retention percentage with our residents that almost too good. You almost wonder, are we on the low end of rental rates? And we're going to take a deeper dive into that too, to be as aggressive with some balance as possible. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good opportunity for us to define how our clients continue to build their portfolios, have sustainable revenues, and do those renewals with intent and with knowledge of this data. So yeah, I think it's a really great way to do it. A little bit on timeline. When is this going to start? I know we're working on my properties. When is like the official rollout to clients?
Hoping for April 1st, just to make sure that everything is ironed out and completely rolling smoothly as it should be for our investment clients. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think the clients will be very happy with that.